Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I went to my friend's house and we cried together for like an hour.
This is an emotional day for many young adults and parents as first-time college students move into their dorms. Such is the case at MSUM. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Enrollment at MSUM is strong this year with a lot of incoming freshmen.
Freshmen with parents who have safety concerns. We spoke to a number of moms and dads who say they've been prepping their children on a number of important issues. One of those being bullying online. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter, Nicole Johnson, shows us what young adults and their parents are talking about.
Not really, but I think I went the wrong way.
It's an overwhelming day for Sabrina DeLorme. She's trying to find her first dorm room.
This one's the right one.
As she leaves the house for the first time. Her parents have briefed her on safety, but haven't talked much about social media.
My parents aren't really internet savvy, could say.
DeLorme hopes online bullying isn't as bad in college as it was in high school.
I think social media makes it harder for people to express who they really are and be themselves just because they feel like everyone's going to judge them.
Shaming, body shaming, that's happened. That's probably the main thing that happens.
My daughter thought, well, she should have internet in her room, and I said, no, if you can do it in your family living room, right by the living room where everyone can see you, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
It's hard to be a hero in online situations because most of the time people online are they feel like they're invincible. They can do whatever they want. You just kind of have to try and help the person ignore it as much as possible.
And her brothers and sisters have all said, do this, make sure you this, and I bought her a book to read about safety.
The kids had to learn to get a little tough. You know, you had to have a tough shell.
The interesting thing about people in this age group, like DeLorme, a lot of them have dropped Facebook for other social media like Instagram or Snapchat. She says that's where less bullying happens.
Facebook is becoming a thing for my age, for us to see what our nieces and nephews are doing, you know, just glimpses, and it's more for moms.
In Moorhead, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Experts say there are multiple things you can do if you're being bullied online. Don't respond or retaliate. Protect your accounts, save the evidence, and reach out for help. We have some resources on our website, valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button.
Cleanup continues after strong winds took down trees, pushed semis over in Stutsman County. Emergency Manager Jerry Bergquist says Jamestown was rocked with 70-mile-per-hour winds, along with rain and hail. That left downed trees, downed cable lines, and power outages. Although cleanup took hours for many, one person was looking on the bright side of the effects from this storm.
We're going to take advantage of the aftermath. My son and I are going to jack the roof up, and then we're going to turn it into a derby car and see where we go from there.
Officials in Jamestown say this is the worst storm they've seen in the area in a while.
After those storms blew through, it turned into a pretty decent Thursday. Let's find out what we can expect tonight from Robert Hahn in First Weather. Robert?
Yeah, we still have a chance for a few showers, maybe some rumbles of thunder, but the severe threat pretty much over with for the area. But looking back, you just saw some of the damage, the most significant damage from Jamestown over towards the Valley City area. That included the damage you saw in that video, and in addition to that, several semis tipped over along I-94, also some large hail near Lisbon, and some other tree and branch damage in other parts of southeastern North Dakota. Right now, a lot of cloudiness in southeastern North Dakota, and underneath those clouds, we have seen some rain showers, and wouldn't be surprised to hear a few rumbles of thunder. The only storm showing up right now is a pretty strong one that popped up east of Elbow Lake, but that is now weakening. Temperature-wise, mostly in the 70s. However, we've jumped up to 80 with some sunny skies up in Grand Forks. Winds relatively light out of the north and northwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. Here in Fargo, as we head through the rest of the evening, can't rule out an isolated sprinkle or two, and temperatures dipping down to around 70 degrees by 9 o'clock. Weekend right around the corner. How is that looking? We'll let you know coming up in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Robert. And you can stay up to date on the weather conditions where you are anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store.
The Minnesota Department of Natural Resources has confirmed 3 new reports of zebra mussels in central Minnesota lakes. That includes Detroit Lake in Becker County. The number of new zebra mussel fined in 2016 is running close to last year at this time. Less than 2% of Minnesota's 11,842 lakes are listed as infested with zebra mussels. DNR invasive species staff confirmed 2 juvenile zebra mussels and 2 adults at 2 locations about a mile apart on Detroit Lake in Becker County. To protect the state's waters from the spread of these invasive species, Minnesota law requires boaters to clean your boat of aquatic plants and prohibited invasive species, drain all water by removing drain plugs and keeping them out during transport, and dispose of unwanted bait in the trash.
Some good news for parents and students looking to save some money. In Minnesota, students can get their interest rates on loans lowered. In January, the self-refi program started to help those with loans lower their monthly payments. The manager of the program says so far only 725 grads have taken advantage of the program. Self-refi gives students fixed rates from 4.5% to 6.9%. It just depends on the length of the loan.
Hours, days, weeks, and years of boredom punctuated by terror. That's how one Vietnam POW described his over 7 years in a prison camp. And now, for the first time in 50 years, he's come back to the Grand Forks Air Force Base.
A place he says led to him getting captured and led to his rescue. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric has the incredible story of one of the longest serving prisoners of war in American history.
On the 20th of September 1965, I left on a combat rescue mission into North Vietnam to pick up a pilot who had been over a target earlier.
Captain Bill Robinson's chopper was shot out of the sky. He was captured and taken to a prison camp, what became known sarcastically as the Hanoi Hilton. This was 2 years before John McCain would arrive there, mind you.
Pick him up, bring him back home, dust him off, give him a beer, and send him back to work. And this way was, you might say that my life changed forever.
For over the next 7 years, while Robinson's brothers in arms fought on the battlefield, he faced starvation, daily beatings, sickness, and torture for propaganda.
I'd been beaten rather severely, and my eye was completely shut. And I walked back in my room and said, "You know, you look like hell." I said, "You think my face looks bad? You ought to see that fist."
It's that laughter, camaraderie, and hope he would see his family again that he says helped him through. While Captain Robinson isn't from North Dakota, he left Grand Forks to fight in Southeast Asia. Planes from the Grand Forks Air Force Base helped rescue him, and a man from North Dakota helped get word out he was still alive but captured.
Hey, how you doing? It's fine, thank you. To me, the best way that we as Americans can honor our veterans is just go to the polls and vote.
That right to vote and choose your government, Robinson says, is part of what he fought for, and in his eyes is one of the best ways to show your thanks. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Captain Bill Robinson is considered by many to be the longest held enlisted prisoner of war in American history. He and the other POWs used a tapping system to communicate while imprisoned, and he says their survival techniques are still being studied today.
Just in time for the school year, a group aiming to help kids is putting on a clothing giveaway, and it's going on right now. It's at the Woodrow Wilson High School Gymnasium until 8 o'clock this evening. That's at 1305 9th Avenue South in Fargo. You're going to be able to find anything from jackets, shirts, even shoes. If you'd like more information on the event, just head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
An area teacher and his family are in need of help after a recent house fire. Later on Valley News Live at 6, what co-workers did for them today.
We'll still have to deal with a few showers and maybe some rumbles of thunder as we head through the evening, but we'll see nothing like we saw early this morning. Friday, a pretty nice day. The weekend right around the corner. We'll have all of your forecast details coming out right after this.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.